Okay, I believe we're live now. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning. My name is Judge Tamika West, and I'm with Clayton County Magistrate Court. I will be presiding over first appearance today. I first would like to make some opening remark, and I ask that each individual please listen because it's regarding your statement of rights. This is your first appearance before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. We are not here to try your case or take a plea. You are here for the court to inform you of the charges against you, advise you of certain rights, set bail on those offenses for which the court is authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during these proceedings may be used against you if your case goes to trial. Doing this and all other proceedings, you have the right to the presumption of innocence until the state proves your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The right to indictment by the grand jury for most felonies or accusations for misdemeanors. The right to a speedy and public trial by jury. The right to see, hear, and cross-examine witnesses who are called to testify against you. The right to see, the right to compel the attendance of witnesses in your own behalf by subpoena. The right to testify and offer evidence in your own defense should you choose to do so. But should you choose not to do so, no presumption of your guilt may be raised. You have the right to have an attorney represent you. If you are eligible for a court-appointed attorney, at this point, we will appoint an attorney to represent you. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail pending prosecution of the case, which may be cash, commercial, or property. If you post a cash bond, someone will deliver the full amount of the bond in cash together with applicable mandated fees to the sheriff's office, who will hold it until your final court date, at which time the cash bond will be returned to the person who posted it. If you use a commercial bonding company approved by the sheriff, someone will have to pay the company up to 15% of the total bond as their fee for their service. This fee will not be returned. Someone may post a bond using their property if they have net equity in the property in the amount equal to 3 times the total amount of the bond. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to or around certain places. This is a special condition that will be provided to you on the bond order. You will also be prohibited from calling or having any contact with the alleged victim in the case while you're in jail. Should you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you will not be entitled to another hearing while awaiting trial. An additional charge of aggravated stalking, influence of witnesses, or other charge, as the law may provide, could be brought against you, for which you could be sentenced up to 10 years in prison and fined up to $20,000. For family members who will assist you in posting bond, they will be provided with information of your bond amount after we have concluded the first appearance calendar. If a family member is an alleged victim on the warrant and there is a special condition that you are to have no contact with that family member, he or she will not be allowed to post a bond. Some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a superior court judge, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set a bond. Your bond can be reconsidered after your probation officer has an opportunity to determine if they wish to file a warrant for violation of your probation, usually during the preliminary hearing. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether or not there is sufficient evidence or probable cause to justify keeping you detained until such time as your case goes to trial. Again, I would like to emphasize the purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine if there is enough evidence or probable cause to justify keeping you detained until such time as your case goes to trial. For those of you charged with misdemeanors only, you will have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Waiving your preliminary hearing will not affect your rights to post bond. It will not affect your right to have an attorney represent you or have an attorney appointed to represent you if you qualify for one, or your right to a jury trial. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived, and you will be mailed a notice when to appear in state court for arraignment. If you cannot make bond, you may waive your preliminary hearing and be taken before a state court judge, at which time, if you plead guilty, you will be sentenced. If you plead not guilty, a trial will be scheduled. If you choose to have a misdemeanor preliminary hearing, the hearing will be scheduled for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 p.m. in courtroom 201. For those of you charged with felony offenses, you will not have the option of waiving your preliminary hearing. Your preliminary hearing is scheduled for either July 19th, 2021 or July 21st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. in courtroom 201. That concludes my opening remarks. I will take the first defendant. We normally start with the females in alphabetical order, Deputy. So if you present the first defendant for me.
Step right there and tell me your name.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Celeste Davis.
Spell your name for me.
SHALESS.
And your middle name?
Ashton.
Okay. Ms. Davis, you've been charged with one offense of criminal trespass. Your total bond amount is $2,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Not sure. I mean, is there any way you can lower it?
No, unfortunately, no. That's the minimal amount. Secondly, your preliminary hearing is scheduled for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And if you can, let's see, so that's your first preliminary hearing date. Do you understand that date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, based on your response, I am approving your request for court-appointed counsel. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me your name.
My name is Janae Harris.
Good afternoon, Ms. Harris.
Good afternoon.
Spell your name for me.
JINAE.
Okay. And middle name?
Briasia.
Okay. Spell that?
BRIASIA.
Okay, I think they have it spelled wrong. Okay. Ms. Harris, you've been charged with one count of criminal trespass. Your bond amount is $1,500. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there are special conditions included in the bond order. The first condition is that you have to stay away from Ms. I believe it's Janea Ali. Do you know who that is?
Okay.
Can you tell me who that is?
Yes, ma'am.
Who's that?
A friend.
Okay, so you understand that the bond order would include a no contact with Ms. Ali. You must stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, telephone, or third person from a home, workplace, and immediate family members. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, you cannot violate any laws while out on bond.
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. If you can make bond, would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
And you put a X where it says, do you have a job? Is that a yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You do have a job? Okay. And can you give me an estimate of your monthly income?
Around
3,000.
Does that range at all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what's the range?
To maybe 6.
3 to 6?
Yes.
Okay, based on your response, you do not qualify for a court-appointed counsel. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, y'all. My name is Wendy Jones.
Okay. Spell your name for me.
Wendy, J-O-N-E-S, middle name Marie, M-A-R-I-E.
Ms. Jones, you've been charged with 2 offenses to include public drunkenness and disorderly conduct. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to set bond for you today because you're currently on probation. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yes, ma'am. I have a job. If I'm not in there more work, I'm gonna lose my job. I'm gonna lose everything. I'm gonna lose my house. I'm gonna lose my truck. I'm gonna lose my kids.
Okay. Well, did you complete the request for court-appointed counsel?
I did.
Okay, let me look at that. Okay, based on your response, you would qualify for court-appointed counsel. So when your court-appointed counsel reach out to you, you're more than welcome through your counsel to seek a reconsideration of the no bond. You understand that?
What does that mean?
You can ask for a reconsideration of the no bond order through your attorney.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Let me give you your preliminary hearing dates. So your preliminary hearing date is scheduled for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. And then your bond hearing will be scheduled for July 23rd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Good morning. My name is Lakeisha Mullins.
Okay, Ms. Mullins, how are you doing today?
Trying to make it.
I understand. Ms. Mullins, you've been charged with 2 offenses to include making terroristic threat and criminal trespass to property.
Wow.
The total bond amount is $12,000. You understand the offenses as well as your bond amount.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you make bond?
How much did you say?
The total amount is $12,000.
What's that, 120? Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Also, as a condition in the bond order, you have to stay away from, there's a no contact with, is it Javon Mullins and Sharon Elwood? Do you know who those 2 individuals are?
That's my son.
Okay. You understand that he's one of the alleged victims in the case?
Yes, ma'am. The police, we called, all 3 of us called him on the line to tell him that they didn't want to press charges or anything because I wasn't even home when they was trying to get his clothes. And he told us it was too late. He had already put it in because I didn't make any terroristic threats. I wasn't even at home. I was working.
Okay, well, that's something you'll have to relate to your attorney. But I just want to make sure you're clear about the conditions of the bond order, just so if you get released, you won't violate them. So since there are 2 alleged victims in the case, Javon and Miss Sharon Ayers, do you know who that is?
My mama.
Okay, so those are the 2 alleged victims in the case. So as the alleged victim, there's a no contact, which means you must stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by email, telephone, a third person. Okay, from their home, their work, and any immediate family members who are witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Also, it appears the incident occurred at, is it 68187 Big Creek Drive, Rex, Georgia 30273?
Yes, ma'am.
Now-
No, what? No, nobody, I don't know, it wasn't there.
Well, they have it on the warrant that it occurred at that location. Do you recognize that address, 6817 Big Creek Drive?
That's where I live.
Okay, that's your primary residence?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but that's, is it do Javon or Ms. Edwards live there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So since since you can make bond, I have your preliminary hearing scheduled for July 21st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive that preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
No way. I'll keep it.
Okay. So based on your responses on your court-appointed form, you put you yes and no that you have a job. What do you mean by that response?
I'm disabled, so I get money from that and unemployment.
Okay, I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Based on your response, I am approving your request for court-appointed counsel. Do you have any question?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please state your full name for the record.
Deborah Wilson.
Give me your full name.
Deborah Lane Wilson.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. You've been charged with one offense of battery. Your total bond amount is $4,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
What you say the charge was, ma'am?
Battery,
Battery, okay,
yes, family violence battery.
okay.
Do you understand the charge as well as the bond amount?
Yeah, the bottom amount you say is 4,000 and it's
Yes.
battery.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay. Can you make bond?
Yeah, you talking about with a bondsman, right?
Yeah, based on the instructions I gave in the beginning.
Yeah,
But if you're not certain, I could just put no. It's just something they require that we ask on the form.
I've never been in this position. Yeah,
You believe you can?
yes,
Okay. If you can make bond, there will be conditions included in your bond order. The first condition is that you have to, there's a no contact with Mr. Devontae Johnson. Do you know who that is?
yes,
Okay, who's that?
my son.
Okay, because he's the alleged victim in the case, there's a no contact as a special condition of your bond, which means you have to stay away, absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, by pager, telephone, or third person from this person, their home, their work, their place, and any immediate family members who are witnesses, including Ms. Johnson. Do you understand that? I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson,
Including who?
your son.
Oh, okay, I thought you had another name. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In addition, you cannot violate any laws by out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes,
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing or keep it on the calendar?
keep it. Keep it.
Okay,
Don't waive it.
I understand. Did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes,
Okay. Based on your responses for court-appointed counsel, you do not qualify for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Please state your full name.
Tiara Young, Tiara Lurie Young.
Spell your name for me. I can make sure I have it correct.
Teairra.
Okay. Middle name
Lurie, Laree.
and last name Young.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Ms. Young, you've been charged with one offense to include a simple battery, family violence. The total bond amount is $4,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount?
Yes,
Can you make bond?
yes,
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included in the bond order. The first condition is a no contact for Levante Scott. Do you
okay.
know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Who's that?
My mother.
Okay, you understand that as a condition of the bond, you would stay away absolutely, directly, indirectly, by mail, by email, pager, telephone, or third person from the person's home, work, place, and immediate family members of any witness. Do you understand that as a condition of your bond?
Yes,
In addition, you are not to return to the premises located at 525, I believe it's Nicole Court, Forceport, Georgia. Do you recognize that address?
yes, Sirocco Court. That's my mother's location and my phone is there.
Okay. Well, if your phone is there, then I will also include a provision in the bond order that states that you may schedule an appointment with the sheriff's office to accompany you to that residence, okay, to permit you to retrieve any undisputed personal property. Okay, this appointment must be made within 10 days of your release. You understand that? So you
Yes.
have to make an appointment with the sheriff to retrieve your phone and then any other undisputed personal items.
Okay.
You understand that?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've also scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and based on your response, it says you are employed, but I can't read. How much do you make a month?
In the month, I'm currently splitting rent. So, and I get paid under the table. So it's on and off. Sometimes it could be 300. Sometimes it could be less.
Okay. Okay, based on your response, you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. Do you have any questions?
No.
Thank you.
About the email to ask if the members can email.
That video. Yes, ma'am. That's it on the females, Your Honor.
Okay, we're ready for the males.
Yes.
Okay, we can proceed.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Please state your full name for the record. Okay, spell that for me.
ALDRACO.
Middle name.
COKENDA.
Okay. Mr. Carter, you've been charged with one offense for theft by conversion. Your total bond amount is $15,000. Do you understand the charge as well as your bond amount? You say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you make bond?
Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond as a condition of the bond, you are not to violate any laws while out on bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 21st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're currently unemployed, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, based on your response, I will approve the request for court-appointed counsel. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day.
You too.
Stand by the yard. Pronounce your whole name. Good afternoon, Devin Jamil Francis Chatterton.
I'm sorry, give me your last name again. I can't hear you.
Loud. Chatterton. Whole name. Devin Jamil Francis Chatterton.
Okay. Spell your name for me.
DEVIN JAHMELFRANCISCHADERTON.
And how do you pronounce that, sir?
Devin Jamil Francis Chatterton.
Okay. You've been charged with 3 offenses: battery, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree, and simple assault. Your total bond amount is $13,000. Do you understand your charges as well as the bond amount?
Yes.
Can you make bond?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included in the bond order. The first condition is that you are to have no contact with the alleged victim by the name of Jasmine Bingham. Do you know who that person is?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who said to you?
Baby mother.
Okay, you understand that there's a no contact, which means you must stay away, absolutely, directly or indirectly by mail, by email, pager, telephone, or third person from the person, their home, their work, their place, and any immediate family members of any witnesses. Do you understand that as a special condition of your bond? Also, you're not to return to the premises located at 357 Lee Street, room 119, Forest Park, Georgia. Do you recognize that address, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what address is that?
You just hotel.
Okay, is that your primary residence? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, ma'am.
Okay, and do you have any personal belongings at that location?
She has some of my personal belongings at her house.
Okay, what's her address?
4926 Summer Sun Drive, Morrow, Georgia, 30274.
So I'm gonna include so what's the 357 Lee Street, room 119 address? What address is that?
That's the room that she got.
That's the room that she got?
Yeah.
But she no longer, that's not her primary residence? Okay,
But I just gave you her primary residence.
okay. Well, this is where the alleged incident occurred.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me her address again so I can include it on the bond order so you can make an appointment to pick up any undisputed personal properties.
4926 Summer Sun, one word, Drive.
Spell that for me.
SUMMER, SUN, and then Drive.
Okay.
Zip code 30274.
What's the city and state?
Morrow, Georgia.
And the zip code?
30274.
So as a condition of the bond order, you can schedule an appointment with the sheriff of Clayton County to accompany you to that residence to permit you to retrieve any undisputed personal property. You will have to make that appointment within 10 days of your release. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. I've set your preliminary hearing for July 20th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Would you like to waive your preliminary hearing?
No, ma'am.
Did you complete a request for court-appointed counsel?
I would like to.
You said you did, sir?
I would like to. I haven't done that yet. I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, well, I have one with your name on it. Do you remember completing it?
I guess I did, yeah.
You say you do?
Yes, ma'am.
Based on your response, you do qualify for court-appointed counsel. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, please state your full name.
Joshua Woodchime.
I'm sorry, I'm really having trouble hearing you under the mask.
Joshua DeWitt Chandler.
Chandler, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Chandler, you've been charged with one charge of disorderly conduct. Your total bond amount is $1,500. Can you make bond? You say yes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
If you can make bond, there will be special conditions included in the bond order. The first condition is there's a no contact with Takia Williams and Andrea Robinson. Do you recognize those two names? Okay, tell me who Takia Williams is.
That's my baby mother's sister. But question also about not having contact with Andrea. She's on my lease, so that's my home. Like that's my townhome. So how do I go about? I'm asking you, how do I go about that? That's where I stay. I'm the lease agreement owner. She just on my lease as a resident being there. That's why they told me not to have contact with her sister because she pulled up on some, yeah. But
So Ms. Williams is Ms. Robinson's sister.
yes, ma'am. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Oh, she lives at the address 276 Upper Riverdale Road. Is that the address?
Yes, Robinson.
I believe we lost the jail.
Good morning.
Okay, I believe I was speaking with a different individual. So hold on momentarily. What's your name, sir?
Say Jones.
Yes, hold on momentarily. We need to finish the first appearance for another individual.
You wait for another individual?
Well, I was, yeah, I was having a conversation with Mr. Chandler, and it just went out. It's only one video feed on my end.
Yeah, that's what I see now. Yeah.
So I'm not certain what happened. Can you find out?
Yeah. We have another deputy seeing what's going on. I'm in another location.
Oh, okay, okay.
Your Honor, they're saying they got disconnected. They trying to figure out what's going on now.
Okay. I guess who's this? Give me his name again.
Dante Jones, he was gonna be next on the list.
Okay, well, I can go ahead and do him then. Okay. Okay, give me state your full name for the record, Mr. Jones.
Dante Lamar Jones.
Okay. Mr. Jones, you've been charged with two charges, aggravated assault and a separate charge of battery. Based on the nature of the offense, this court is not authorized to set bond for you today. Do you understand the charge as well as the no bond?
Yes, ma'am.
I've scheduled your preliminary hearing for July 21st, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond hearing will be scheduled for July 23rd, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. You understand that, the second hearing date?
Yes, ma'am.
And you did complete a request for court-appointed counsel. Well, it looked like you didn't complete it, you just have your name on the form.
I stated that I got a public defender already. Cause I'm in here for
You already have an attorney?
yes, ma'am. I'll put another public defender for another case because I'm already incarcerated for another charge.
Okay, I see, it says I already got a public defender, okay. And that's in Clayton County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I would just say for, just to make sure that you're covered on these charges, let me just get some preliminary information. And then if you don't need this other attorney, then at least you will, at least it'll already be done just in case. Is that something you want to do or you don't want to go through?
Go ahead and go through the process, man.
You say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I just need some preliminary information. So do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any money or cash obtainable from any other source?
No, ma'am.
Do you have an interest or do you own or have an interest in any real estate?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a monthly rent or a mortgage payment?
No, ma'am.
Do you have an automobile or any personal property?
No, ma'am.
Are you married?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any that's under the age of 18?
No, ma'am.
Do you have a relative that could help you defray the cost of your defense?
Say it again, ma'am.
Do you have a relative that could help you with the cost of your defense?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever served in the United States military?
Ma'am.
Well, based on your response, I'm going to go ahead and approve the request for court-appointed counsel and for these charges, and it's just in the event if you need one. Do you have any questions?
I thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Did you get a status on the?
They stated that the computer started doing the update by itself, so it automatically shut down. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. If you just give us a few moments, I can have them escort the rest of the inmates up here since this computer's already set up.
Okay.
You okay with that?
So we're gonna go off the record, and then when you guys are ready, let me know.
Okay. But did you ever get the interpreter on standby? Because I do have that other individual up here also.
All right. Okay, you have him right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go off the record. I'll get the interpreter on the line, and then we'll do him next.
All right.
Okay, I'll rejoin when I get the interpreter on the phone. Okay.